Welcome guys, welcome back to Healthy Nasti Kitchen. This is Giuseppe. Today I want to show you how to make the famous French baguette. Of course, using our white sourdough base. Be very simple. You just need a wonderfully proven dough, and then you need to dust it with some flour on the bottom and on the top. And you need to be ready to cut it into small rectangulars that we sequentially will shape into small long sticks. The most important step of making a baguette is it's what I call building the spinal cord. The same one that humans have along their back. So this will help you to be able to form, like I'm showing you this in this part of the video, the backbone of your stick. And we also help you make it longer every time you keep rolling and pressing the outside of the dough into the inside of the dough. The classic length is about 35 centimeters to 45 centimeters. Once the baguettes are pre-shaped, we are ready to roll it, and then you can roll the ends very thinly, and they will be slightly darker when you bake them, and you can give that signature to your baguettes, or you can just leave them slightly rounded. Then you need to have a linen cloth and rest your baguettes on this linen cloth for about 2 to 3 hours so they can prove a little longer. Make sure you dust the linen cloth with some rice flour abundantly. Be generous, don't be afraid. You can always use the excess flour to feed your starter in the future. And then you put the baguette on the linen cloth, you try to build a little shoulder with the rest of the linen cloth, and you keep doing like that for the next 2. It's important that you do this so the baguette doesn't lose its round shape. Especially if you use a baguette recipe that has polish, which is a preferred mint, and it's actually quite wet. In Italy we have a similar recipe, which is the ciabatta. It was actually created to compete with the French baguette. As you can see here now, it's ready to go on the mat or the linen cloth. Beautiful classical shape, and you prove it for an hour. Or when it doubles in size. You can see beautiful levitation, beautiful fermentation, and now we are ready to bake it. I heat up my oven at 240 degrees Celsius, and I'm ready to put them on the tray. Be very delicate. If you have a paddle, will be better. If you have a stone oven, will be much better. But for the purpose of this video, I made them at home, and we will use a tray. And I try to use that diagonal length because it's slightly longer. Make sure you score them deep on a 45-degree angle, and they need to be in line. That's what many bakers don't know, but the baguettes have almost straight lines across them. They just cut on a 45 degrees angle. Dust the surface, score it nice and deep, at least 6 cuts. To be called a French baguette, it must have at least 6 cuts. Here we are, ready to put it in the oven, spray with some water, put some rocks on the bottom, fill it up with water. This is necessary to keep the crust nice and soft. So any way you have to moisturize your chamber will help. Bake it for 25 to 30 minutes, very high temperature, fast burst. See how beautifully it expands and colors and opens those beautiful cuts. And soon it'll be ready to be tasted and eaten with a beautiful caprese salad or with some nice prosciutto crudo. And look at that. Don't tell me that's not good. Don't tell me that's not good. That looks fantastic, amazing, crispy, crunchy.